Hi there! This is Becker Wozad working on the tower. I can go through these doors for once. Okay, so here's what I did. I built down here. I realized how far down it was supposed to go, and then I just did this, and I found some iron, and I went through here, and, well, wait a minute, this is not where I thought it was going to come out. See, what had happened was I'd gone this way, and I started doing this, and then I broke through this wall here, and ta-da! Water. I was going the wrong way. I thought that was the wrong way. I guess they're both the wrong way. I don't know. So this is the right way, apparently. Oh, and I can put these back now, because I've finished that. So I guess I'm going to extend this thing to have more... chests, or at least the potential for more chests. And meanwhile, we're doing all this. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have some kind of thing that I can put here to prevent creatures from going, if they enter here, that they might fall down that thing. And I want to prevent that if I can. But there doesn't seem to be a way to do that right yet. So, nah, maybe not. So I thought I'd talk about my interest in video games and where that came from. I mean, today, video games are ubiquitous. Lots of people play them. Lots of people enjoy them. But it used to be that it wasn't like that. You'd wake up in the morning and you didn't have video games. You had to do something boring and like visit relatives. And that's how it was for me. Is I was just really miserable. Always having to do things I didn't want to do. Always being forced to do. Yeah! Oh, that was close. I was being forced into doing things I didn't necessarily want to do, and I would try to do them, but I couldn't always do them, and I'd be upset. See, that's one of the things is when your parents give birth to you, that they owe you an existence. You know, it's not enough to bring you into the world. They have to also take care of you. They have to feed you and clothe you and find a place, you know, give you a certain level of basic dignity. And there's other things they gotta do. They gotta pay for everything. And that becomes a problem when you deal with stuff like an education, because, you know, it's like you need school supplies. Back then, that's what we did. I don't want to do this. So back then, that's what we did. We needed school supplies. We had to rely upon the parents that if they said no, then you had to do without that. So it was one of those kind of things. And so I spent a lot of time running out of paper, for example, and then they would say, well, you'll have to wait until the school supplies are on sale. And I'm like, well, when are they going to be on sale? They're always on sale at the start of the year. But then if it's like February and you need some, oh boy, good luck with that. All I could say. I mention this because this kind of colored my world, and everything colored my world. I was unable to cope with lack of entertainment. You know, we had board games. You know, board games. B-O-R-E-D games. It's all that it was. Just boring, boring, boring. Well, it's how it goes, isn't it? They weren't that bad, and because they were our best deal that we could have for playing games. There was that, or there was cards, or there was stuff like Scrabble. I wasn't good at Scrabble because I couldn't spell very well, and I didn't know very many words. I'd look at something and it's like, well, do we have a word here? Do we have something else here? You know, I got better at Scrabble as I got older, but you can't expect me to have. I gotta figure out what to do about that. You know what would be great? You know what would be great over there? I'm thinking about this. Maybe it would be better. Where's the sun? Oh, it's coming down already. Yeah, maybe it would be better if we could put the bridge over here in the middle like that. Well, while I'm thinking it over. while I'm thinking it over, that we should have moved the bridge into the center. Because if we've got this pathway in the center, we should have that pathway in the center. And then we should have a pathway over there in the center. But I tried that and it didn't work. We'll see. And they're still getting in here. I'm going to have to just assume it's safe down here. Even though I don't have any way of... No, excuse me, of knowing that. So after all that effort I made... After all that effort I made, it was the... Oh, great. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build me workbench. You put the workbench... I'm going to stick the workbench somewhere where it probably shouldn't be. There. Oh. Oh, it looks like a thing underneath it. Nice. I want to block that off somehow. There. That's not a great result, but that's a pretty good attempt at having a result anyway. Alright, so here's what we gotta do. You know what would make more sense? Put this on this side. And then put this over here too, actually, because we're gonna need more. We're gonna need more of those. There. Right. So my interest in video games came from when I was a little kid. About 6 or 7. I first find out about video games. I'm like, "What's this?" And they're like, "That's a video game." And they say, and I was just like, "Well, what is it? How does that work?" And my parents, they didn't know about it. It's like it's like if it was in the mid 1980s and I was asking them about anime. They'd be like, "Anime? You mean just animation? You mean it's just a cartoon? That's all it is, just a cartoon." And I'm like, "I know it's a cartoon, but why is it so different?" And they would be like, I don't even know if they knew about the Japanese, though. The first anime I ever saw was a rerun of Speed Racer. Did they know about Speed Racer? Yes. Because I was enthusiastic about it and I talked about it. But did they know about anime? I have no idea. So that's what happened with video games. I'm like, what are video games? And they said something like, well, I think a computer does this. And back then all I thought of a computer was, hey, it's those big things that take up entire rooms. I'm like, oh, we'll never be able to have one of those. But a video game in an arcade, that's... Video games in arcades, that's... What is that? What is a video game in an arcade? So they said, okay, we've got... I mean, if the game isn't taking up the entire room, and of course, so I like, maybe it's not a computer. They're like, well, maybe it's a specially made computer. They didn't know, I didn't know, I didn't care, really. Why did I do that? This is a very long corridor. It's not as long as the other one I got, but it's like this corridor is long enough that we'll always have enough room for all the chests. Eventually I might want to move all the chests out and put them in a different room off to the side somewhere. Because this corridor should not have chests in it, so we'll probably have an underground room thing here. I don't know yet, because we're still working on this. All right, let's think about what we gotta do here. Well, I can't really. Okay, we'll do this. And we'll put more... Ooh, that jerky mouse motion here. You think 4 is enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. I do think it's enough. Okay. Next thing we gotta do is we gotta... Well, first thing I gotta do is I gotta walk over back here and see what we got over here for a ceiling. If the ceiling is specially made... No, they don't care about the ceiling. Okay, good. I just gotta turn the dirt into stone or cobble. And then I need this to be increased to maybe... Well, what we'll probably do is we'll probably we'll go out to the edge of this so we can have a room down here. Alright, that's it then. We are making progress. Nice big spacious room down here. Alright, so now... Well, we might not do the whole room like that, but we're going to do this right now. It's really just a corridor that's got a little bit of extra pretensions to it, is all that it really is. I do not like what's going on with these. I'm going to need some more chests to put the dirt in, because the dirt is starting to really pile up, and that is a problem. But it's not the worst problem possible. Okay, let's see. How are we going to do this? We start here. That. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that'll do for now because these take over from there, so that's good. Right. Making this sense. Are we done with the episode already? We definitely have to have more space for everything. I think I'm going to do the rest of the work off camera. That's another thing I want to do is, I don't like doing episodes, I don't like doing like 10 episodes in a row for one day. I think it's just tedious because I got to upload these things. And I must be behind on my uploads. And I don't think that people are very happy with material that's a few days old, if you know what I mean. So we're going to stop this practice, and we're going to just do, if possible, 1 episode a day. I mean, I've been getting complaints about this, so yeah. Or, oh. I guess we can't do 1 episode a day.